Recently, me and one of my friends were talking, and we were talking about off-roading because he just got back from a trip where he went off-roading. And then I brought up that roller coasters were better because that's something that I would say. And then I thought, that might make an interesting video. So here it is. Is off-roading or roller coasters better? As you can plainly see, I made a new intro, so hopefully you like it. Welcome back to Beyond Vertical Thrills. I haven't made a video like this in a while, but hopefully I'll get around to making some more soon. So obviously this is all basically just my opinion, but I'll try to provide points from both sides of the argument. But since this is a roller coaster channel, let's get started with coasters. One of the main reasons I prefer roller coasters to off-roading is you're not stuck to the ground. With off-roading, really the only airtime you can get is if you go off jumps, and even then it's just a few feet. With the roller coasters, you can go hundreds of feet off the ground. This allows roller coasters to have steep drops and climbs and a bunch of crazy elements that you can't do when off-roading because you're stuck on the ground. Another thing that kind of goes with not being stuck on the ground is forces, but it is different enough that I still want to talk about it, so here we go. On coasters, you can experience a lot of different forces, like positive G's, negative G's, laterals, and hang time. Some coasters focus on just one of those forces, while some of them are more well-rounded and focus on a lot of different forces at once. For example, a lot of our MCs focus on airtime, a lot of Wild Mouse coasters focus on laterals, and some insane Intamins like Intimidator 305 focus on a lot of positive Gs. And one of the biggest benefits to coasters is not actually part of the experience, it's the safety of the ride. Coasters are super safe. Like, one coaster accident happens every few months, and think of how many millions of people are on coasters right now, perfectly fine, no accidents happening. But when you're off-roading, you have complete control over your vehicle, and if you crash, you could lose your life. And sure, a coaster accident could also make you lose your life, but like the odds of that happening, as I just said, are like next to impossible. I think that about does it for the benefits of coasters section. And I'm sure I missed something, let me know in the comments if I did. And let's move on to the benefits of off-roading. Now, I know I just said a bunch of bad things about off-roading, but now I'm going to try to look at some things that are good about it. So let's start with you being able to choose where you go. With coasters, obviously, there's just one train that the track goes on. There's just one track that the train goes on. But with off-roading, you can turn right or left. You can go through this pond or you can go around it. You can do whatever the heck you want. I feel like one of the biggest downsides of going to theme parks is the lines. Sometimes when you want to ride your favorite coaster, you have to wait like an hour just for like a 2-minute ride. And then when you're off-roading, you can be on your vehicle for hours and then just take breaks whenever you want. And another great thing about off-roading is the views. Like, look at this video. Those mountains are beautiful. And sure, terrain coasters exist, but that's just not the same. But unless it's like an alpine coaster, terrain coasters are normally just set in forests, and you can take an off-roading vehicle practically anywhere. So I was originally going to do 4 sections, but I realized that I kind of combined them, with the benefits to coasters also being the downsides to off-roading, and the benefits to off-roading also being the downsides to coasters. So instead, I'm going to go over the points that I made, with each point that I made being 1 point for roller coasters or off-roading. So for coasters, I said that the benefits were not being stuck on the ground, all the different forces, and the safety. And for off-roading, there was choosing where you want to go, not having to wait in lines, and the views. That's the same amount of points. Well, either way, at the end, you knew what I was going to say. It's all just your opinion. But personally, as a coaster enthusiast, I do like coasters better. Isn't it obvious? My channel is named Beyond Vertical Thrills, like a Beyond Vertical drop on a coaster, not like off-roading thrills or something. So that's the end of this video. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.